All right, what's up, my good people? It is your girl Mitch Gaming, and we're officially live again today for the last day of the group stages for KPL Series Chapter 1. And if I'm being honest, all the group stages have been nothing but exciting. But now, this being the last day where we have teams from Group B and C coming together, I think we're going to be having a very intense night. So, of course, keep it locked in. You know the drill. Do not go anywhere. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe before we can continue the game. So, I can see the games are about to begin. So let's head on over into the games and see how the teams will be performing today. You can tell me some of the teams that you think are going to be performing well when it comes to these games. Usually, we don't really say much until the games begin. We tend to make our own predictions. But if we look at the map rotations, the first game is going to be Rondo, second game Erangel, third game Erangel, fourth game Miramar, and then we'll be closing the night with Miramar, with Rondo again. So I hope you guys have kept it locked in. I hope you're ready to witness the action, because if I'm being honest, some teams today are going to be showing us nothing but pure dust. So let me see. Okay, the room is officially a start. So let's go ahead and check on the teams and see what they have planned for us today. All right, so we are locked in and ready to begin the day. You can tell me in the comment section which teams are you guys voting for, and if you're already here, make sure you hit that like button. Do not forget. But let's see what Group B and C have in store for us, all the 18 teams in the game. And we are going to be seeing a lot of action tonight, if I'm being honest. Some teams already have 200 points so far, and they have already played all their games. Some teams are not that far off. We have others at 200 and something points. That means they're about to close in as well. But we have Deadly Teamy is going to be pressured right now, and we have Swashi, of course, getting that knock and the thirst on Deadly Teamy. We have Deadly Dead, Deadly Dex. All these players are still in the game, keeping it locked in, are probably going to be taking their time before they take on any fights. But for Deadly Clan, Deadly Dex is there going in on that recall center. So probably we'll be seeing more of them there. So let's see what's happening there on ASTERIA Esports. Good plays here from IGL Zach. We can see a couple of knocks. Beautiful pre-fire. U7 taking him down there. We can see the team at X Escano trying to go in for that push. Pre-fires the M762, but he will not be getting that knock just yet. He goes down as well. And now the last player, I believe that is Kido. He went in there and was able to get the last player there from U7 before he could thrust his teammates. So well played there, well deserved. Good rotations actually. When the teammate decided not to enter in that room with the teammate, he took his time, and of course it paid off. He was able to secure at least a save before his teammate was thirsted. Again, Factory as usual, very much crowded. We have the Deadly Clan here. We have RC, One Take Esports, NXG as well in Factory. All these teams that tend to land together. CG3 is there. We can see someone from HL by the side watching the fight. Probably will be enjoying, because if someone is knocked right outside where they are, then maybe we'll be seeing some fight of some sort. Basically, some teams will start losing numbers to the third parties. Let's look at a place like Jadena City. Another place that is very much crowded. Access for their Fabio Killer and 911. They're still around the game. They're still surviving. They're making their rotations. We're yet to see what they can do in their best. But as we know, we have seen what they can do. We have Fish Fry there being taken down. So let's go where they are. One Take Esports, RC are taking each other on. I need to go where they are. Lakini watu wako kila mahali. Where is RC? He is KKG. Okay, good. So KKG has been taken back to lobby. I'm trying to find the fight, but people are just finishing each other so fast. So now two players remain standing from Call Me Esports, and they need to figure out what is next. The Legal is the only person here. I'm hoping their teammate Mafia is by the recall center. Where's Mafia? Okay, Mafia can recall. I hope Legal there has a plan. We have the IGLs there taking on a fight. You can see a couple of knocks happening there, and thus Factory still quite heated. One of their teammates is already down. Uzi there trying to go in for that push. And Kido is also closing in there. They want to get closer, but even being honest, one small mistake and this whole team could be wiped out by HL. I'm trying to find the fights lakini wanapigana every single side. Oh, did OneTech just lose a whole fight to RC? Does OneTech Esports have a team? Okay, they do. They've not been eliminated just yet, but 3 of them have been taken back to lobby. Now it's gonna be up to New Twing to get that chicken for them by basically getting a recall, and then they can try to work their way through it. CG3, they're taking on a fight. Kazuma has been able to get on a knock. Let's go where he is. Gets a knock and a thirst, but I cannot see who these guys are fighting. Everywhere there's someone, and everyone is fighting someone. Swali wanapigania wapi? But let's see what Dark Tempers is up to. Let me open your charts in a minute. I'm not looking at the charts just yet, but if you're here in the live stream, don't forget to say something in the comment section. Najua watu wana watch game na najua katim kanapigwa. Katim kakipigwa, make sure to watch the live while at it. Make sure to enjoy the KPL games while you enjoy a part of that katim kupigwa. All right, let's see if I can also get these other charts popping up. Call me esports. One of them is getting knocked out. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm good. Now I can see your comments. Let's get it. So now we have Dark Tempers here trying to get a grenade towards calling illegal. Nova there is already down. We saw him yesterday getting some clutches happening. So sijui kama bado atafanya the same thing today, but we have Call Me Legal going in for that push. A nade is being cooked up. Beautiful play there. It does get some damage on the player from Dark Tempers, that is Devil. But of course, the nade as well was able to get some damage on Legal. The players are trying to go in for that push. He does get Nova. Another one tries to go in for that push. The damage is good. Legal is doing a good job. But the force scope is what took him out. I wish he removed that force scope, and then maybe he would have been able to get that last player. But kijana kidogo aliona cheza na the 4x on a Honey Badger. Not a good play. Honey Badger, uwe natingika. But yo, who's that camper? Hey, IGL Kiddo. that is unfair. IGL Kiddo waited there, and we had excess power going in onto that room, and he got knocked by a shotgun. You can imagine the shock that player got just from that. It's gonna be a bad one. But I mean, that is it for them. You have IGL Uzi still around here in factory. They haven't really been able to take on a fight just yet. They're playing it safe. They're excess power. They have a fight where they are. I'm going to be scouting around to see where excess power is as of now. We have 911 and Fapio. They are still trying to get the recalls here. They need their numbers to get back up, so probably we'll be having a very interesting play here. What driving is this? What driving is this? But we have Toxic there being knocked and thirsted. Omega is still in the game. KP45, the scapegoat, who's going to be recalling the team in case they engage in an unwanted fight, and they are exposed to nothing but knocks and thirst. Brutal Psychos, another fight happening where they are. We can see a couple of knocks already. One of their teammates, Ethox, is already down. IGL's getting sprays here from Viper. Bro, we told Viper in the training ground, Viper, Neke. But the IGL's there receiving some damage. Gyros there has been knocked. Ethox as well has been knocked and thirsted. But as you can see, it is not really going well for them here right now. Many teams are just maintaining their same position. They do not want to change the location just yet. IGLs are playing it safe. They know the Brutal Psychos are close. Viper has been able to get a recall. I can hear spray a Viper Buana. Tumwite mkutano kando. What is that? What are those? Eh? But I mean, that happens. There we have HL. They have been able to be recalled, and they still went back to factory. Excess power. We can see them taking a fight as well. Dark Tempers there lose Dark Devil. We have another fight there. ASTERIA Esports, Baba Yao. Beautiful sprays there. One player remains standing from excess power, but then Baba Yao very much low is able to get Killer, and he will be taking him back to lobby now for the excess power. They have at least one player, that is 911, who can help them. Oh, but we have some sprays. Deadly Clan is that part in the fight. I think Pookie right now is the only person standing from his team. Look at his HP. Pretty much 0 HP here for Pookie, and he needs to get healing. Otherwise, Pookie as well will be joining his team on their knees, and the next step will be in lobby. I don't think Pookie wants to get the revive just yet. I don't know what he's looking for. Okay, he was able to heal. Please go away. Easy, just go away. Okay, that's go away there. His teammates are being thusted. You can see what's happening there. Babayao, Red Bull, Yako, all of them have been taken back to lobby. Pookie will be forced to do at least a revive, or rather a recall on the teammates. F1 Esports is surrounded. Mwana watu wamejapo. I mean, one of Zangu, we have a lot of players here. U7, I can't spot them. We have Star, who is basically the only person remaining from his team, that is team 23. And he will be forced to either go away and avoid his fight, or just fight and get some eliminations and then go back to lobby without, forcing any unnecessary fights. But then so far so good there. We have U7 Esports being able to get their first knock there on F1. They want to make their rotations. They want to go in for that push. And CG3 is there to enjoy this as well. We have a drive-by. No one has been knocked just yet. The damage there from CG3, and Mess is able to get some damage. But let's see what Seeing can see, because we can see some sprays from his side there. And Mess will be going down. Beautiful sprays there. But I mean, it is not as easy as it looks there. You can see what CG3 Esports is going through. Team 15, they have, well, a very, very, very bad advantage right now. The zone is about to close in. They are disadvantaged. The damage from that blue zone will be quite high. They have been able to get their revive, but you can see U7 doing a drive-by again. MS goes down, and Rocky is still there trying to get the revive. But you can see U7 again getting closer, and then they're going for that push, and someone is about to get knocked there. Rocky goes down as well, and CG3 Esports is losing numbers one by one. MS, Rocky, all of them fasted. Kazuma, last player standing, a grenade in his hand. If it goes well, it's going to be a Kobe, but my friend here has been spotted, and you can see they're trying to scout out the place. Where is this man? Kazuma needs to make it into that safe zone. The damage is quite high, and I don't know about how he's going to be surviving this right now. The damage is unbelievable from the zone. They need to make the rotations into that zone. One Take Esports have a fight where they are, and I'll be running where they are. Murife is there very much low. They want to go in for that push. Someone is holding it down there. Murife, what's your HP? And he goes in, takes down Royal, goes down with him. I mean, Murife, the zone is about to take you out. And as it does that, it will be taking Murife with the team he just eliminated. Oh, he's surviving. Oh, lucky man, lucky man. So when you see this other side here, you can see that the players that is from RV, that is Royal, he is not really ready to take on any fight just yet. And of course, if they don't do it right, then they will be losing numbers along the way. Asteria, what's good? Fluffy, how you doing? Welcome to the live. I'm looking at chats on both sides, because I know some people prefer looking at the live from the TikTok side, and others prefer watching live from YouTube. So we are basically split, but I'm seeing all the comments. Siogope kuuliza swali. So right now we have HL. They're still making their rotations there. We have a finisher AI, sorry. Oh, it's finisher AI. I've been calling him Ali all this time, guys. All this time I've been calling him Ali. But of course, with the zone about to close in, we have most of the teams, they're trying to make their way into that safe zone. Excess Power taking on a fight, and I want to see what's happening on the Excess Power side. What is their plan? Do we have any fights happening where they are? They seem to have been eliminated. I cannot see them anymore. RC Esports taking on a fight. Dark Temperance, one of the teammates, is already down, and as you know how RC takes on fights, immediately they get their first knock, their first instinct is to go in for that push. You have them closing in, and you have sprays there coming from afar. I mean that there is someone giving the teammate a cover fire. Dark Tempers right now are getting pushed. Shadow being able to get the revives. Power very much low, and he's trying to get some sprays towards RC. They are being taken down there. Shadow has been knocked. Power as well has been knocked, and Dark Tempers was only one man standing. That's gonna be Nova, and I don't know what Nova's plan is. Nova, my friend, you better run, huh? But as they do that, we have a team closing in there. Deadly Esports. The zone is about to close in. They are not in zone. Deadly Dex and the teammates making their rotations by the edges of the zone. And if I'm being honest, that zone is very much important. Make your way into that zone. Play it safe. Avoid camping outside the zone. Just take the fights as they are. You do not have to stay outside, and avoid the fights as they are. So right now we have Deadly Clan there. Team 20 making their rotations into that safe zone. They're yet to take on any fights. They're just scouting out the area. They're looking for a safe place to be in. And for the RC team, just holding the high ground. They can't see Deadly Clan making their rotations by the edges of their zone. Oh, beautiful, beautiful spray there, Fedro. Actually, the damage on Deadly was really, really good on that spray. Well played, well played. Right now, you have RC making their way into the zone. MTF Esports, MTF Carissa, MTF Ngala. All of them are taking on a fight. We can see Groot there has been knocked and casted. Shelby, last player standing, trying to spray in at Murife, but we cannot see any damage just yet. Brutal Psychos are still in the game. Ethox getting very much damaged by the zone. Carissa and Groot were thrusted by Murife. Which if I'm being honest, is very much unfortunate. MTF has been doing a good job. But if you guys have seen the overall ranking, Monaco kwenye team Zico, right? You have seen where teams are in terms of the overall ranking. Viper there does get spotted. Sprayed and thirsted immediately. Deadly Clan today is on a streak. You can see how they're playing. Ni kama Deadly hawa watch game because watu wana watch game wanafinywa. Akili iko pali mbili. Ana watch ball na bado anajaribu kucheza KPL. Yeah, if your team gets eliminated, blame yourself. But then U7 right now, they have Team 6 basically quite close there. They're going to be getting a BFF and then maybe change the location for FE. They want to see if they can get something. Looking at Kazuma, he will not flinch because Akisonga... Ako kwa the Lions, then kijana ashapatikana. But then Brutal Psychos there, they're waiting for that opportunity. They want to see which team are they going to be terrorizing, because already Deadly Clan is on the receiving end. One of the teammates does get knocked, and of course the zone is taking them down. Do not get eliminated by the zone. That is worse than being knocked by a team. Gojo, they have been spotted. One of the teammates there has been able to get knocked. It seems like Viper has been recalled. Good stuff there coming from them. U7 and FP taking on a fight there. Beautifully done there. And Izam will be surviving at that fight. The zone is about to close in. Most of the teams are going into that safe zone. Toxic and the teammate are holding that shot. But I mean, the players versus you are like, if bad, tunaingia ndani, kikiumanje very well, hakuna shida. So the clan, they have been spotted. MTF as well. Shelby goes down, demolished, being the last person standing. Deadly on the other hand here, they have to make it into that safe zone. Deadly teaming, knocked and thirsted. Deadly Dex trying to make the rotation into the zone. And Monkey says, no monkey business, Habibi. You have to go back to lobby. With now 6 teams remaining, we have Ali goes where we have Pookie, and he's the only person surviving from his team. A grenade in his hand there, and Ali will be grenaded, and that nade is perfection. Ali knocked and thirsted, easy by Pookie. Now the thing about Pookie right now has to be careful because Ethox is also very much close. He can see him, he can see the feet, and he takes advantage. Ethox basically 0 HP with that spray. But unfortunately, Pookie will not be able to get that elimination on Ethox. He will be unfortunate with that spray. Ethox is still holding it out there. The zone is about to close in. Pookie very much safe. He has a good shot. He can use that for a while. For ASTERIA Esports, last week they missed a couple of games. Ikatoa nje kwa hesabu. But then this week they came back. And Nikozuri, they have been able to gather up more points for themselves. As you can see, U7 there right now watching, and they do not want to take on the fight. MTF Esports are there locking it in. They want to play as safe as they can, but one small mistake and the players will be going back to lobby. So they have to prepare, otherwise someone will be on that losing end. You can see the sprays there. U7 is saying, trying to get the damage happening, but nothing is changing just yet. People are playing it safe, everyone minding their own business because all they need to do is survive. But as you can see, the zone right now on U7 is not giving them a good time. It is actually making it impossible for them to survive. They are getting exposed, they are basically getting damaged, and they go down on Pookie's spray. I mean, Pookie has the best view when it comes to this game. He can see U7, he can see people trying to make their way into the safe zone. He can basically terrorize them from where he is, and no one will be able to take him back to lobby. So you can imagine what is happening right now. Beautiful sprays again from Pookie, and right now RC is facing the same fate. They are trying to survive, but they have been put at a disadvantage. They are getting a lot of third parties, people spraying from every single side. Ethox getting Kobe there from Pookie. If it goes well, it's gonna be a Kobe. The nade doesn't really connect, but then have 3 teams just remaining. Pookie just but a solo. Swashi trying to get closer. Pookie spots him. He's getting cooked here. And Pookie goes out of that molly immediately, not to get eliminated. Now, one man can make a lot of very many decisions that can ruin a team's chance here. But then you have Monkey Oh, but then S12K does get Pookie, and that will be it for him there. Ethox taking advantage. He does get him down. Anonymous and his teammate Fedro are the only players remaining. We have Anonymous there trying to cook up a grenade. Ethox getting damage. He doesn't see the nade coming, and it's going to be a Kobe on Ethox, but the nade doesn't really get there just yet. Anonymous takes on a second grenade. He tries to make it a perfection again, but then this time around misses by a very big margin. Ethox trying to make his way into the safe zone. He gets the knock, but Anonymous is able, no, Fedro is able to take him down. Well, just like that, game 1 is officially done and dusted, and we have RC Esports are taking on the chicken dinner, but not only a chicken dinner, but they are able to get themselves 27 eliminations. Hi, 27. No way, guys. Coming in second place are the Brutal Psychos. They have a total of 8. Is this 8? Yeah, 8 eliminations. Third, you have ASTERIA Esports with 5 eliminations. 4, you have US7 with 11. 5, you have One Take Esports. 5, 6, you have MTF1. 7, you have CG3. 6, 8, you have Deadly Clan. 7, 9, you have NXG0. 10, you have FE4. 11, you have Dark Tempers 3. 12, you have HL4. 13, you have Elite 2, 14 you have RV 3, 15 XS Power 3, 16 IGLs 6, 17 we have Team 22 there 0, and then 18 Call Me Esports with 0. Going along with 8 eliminations, we have RC Anonymous, best companion with 2 rescues. We have RC Anonymous, and then finisher with the final elimination, we have none other than RC Fedro. Well, like I said, guys, what happens in KPL is that tables do turn, and I believe the player who has shown us that tables can actually turn is ASTERIA player PEAKY, for getting to stay alive for the longest time possible, just trying to get points for his teammate. The placement points are there. 3rd place is enough. Good eliminations are 10 points already for ASTERIA Esports. They will go up the leaderboard and actually hit their 100-point mark. So of course, guys, if you have not seen the overall points yet, I will be showing you guys after this break. So let's take a very short break, and then we'll be right back to continue game 2 before we can call it a night after the 5 games. BRB. All right, and we are back. Second game of the night. It is Erangel, and we know the drill. With Erangel, we are expecting nothing but fujo. So let's wait and see how the teams are going to be performing when it comes to Erangel's second game of the night. And as usual, GTMU mnafilaje? Jimbona nafusio kusema hivyo kwa comment section, but this is KPL Kenya PUBG Mobile League Series. This is chapter 1, and like I keep on telling you guys, we have another league coming right after KPL. It will be called the SSA, basically the Sub-Saharan African Clash, with a prize pool of $300, and we are expecting a lot of Kenyan teams to register. Msiache nchi zingine zichukue. It's going to be basically open to all the regions in Sub-Saharan Africa, and yeah, it will be a good time. It will be definitely a good time. So of course, make sure you lock in, make sure you register your teams, and you get to experience KPL at a second level, that is in SSA, where you get to train your skills and become better players. And we will also be having a ladies league. So if you know ladies that play PUBG Mobile, please make sure to send them my way. Excuse me. We'll be having a ladies league called She Rise Tournament. It will be a platform for our ladies to play, and we are basically waiting and expecting to see our ladies coming and playing. We know a lot of good players out there. We know a lot of ladies that play PUBG Mobile and are good at the game, so that tournament will be specifically for them. If your girl, your HG, all those people play, your besties, your pookies play PUBG Mobile, make sure to tell them about She Rise Tournament so that they can register and not miss next time. So make sure they are there present to enjoy. It will be having a prize pool as well. We are yet to decide on that. Might be around the same as SSA, but we'll be seeing if we get any sponsors around that. So of course, if you know people who want to sponsor KPL and every other league, send them my way. Okay, sorry, I think I muted my mic by mistake, but we have NXG. NXG have already lost 3 players, and one person remains standing, that is Harry. So I hope Harry will be able to save the team there. But when we look at the safe zone right now, when we look at where the game is headed, it will be going towards the northeastern side of Erangel. Most of the teams are expected to go and lean towards that side. But as you can see from the game, most have gone towards areas of Georgiapol. We have teams around Gatka, Ferry Pierre, Query. We have teams in ruins. Rozoka somehow is deserted. We have school. We have people in Pochinki, that is Asteria. I don't think anyone landed with them there. But when you look at a place like Yesnaya, Poliana, we have Team 22 and Dark Tempers as well. They are there. I think that is Pro Ace's team. I'm trying. Yeah, this is Pro Ace. Yeah, stop calling them Team 22. Now I remember their name. It's Pro Ace. The Pro Ace team is here. And honestly, they have showed up. They have played all the games. Na miss no baya. Napenda ikiwa hivyo. Thank you so much, Muli. Appreciate you. And of course, if you're watching the live, make sure you hit the like button, share, and hit the sub button as well. Usikose kufanya hivyo as you enjoy the games. Make sure to show some support in any way you'd like. RC there, we have Anonymous, and the teammates are just making their way around the game. They do not really have anywhere to go to just yet. Brutal Psychos. Brutal Psychos, we have them in the game, playing it safe. I mean, I think he was using the machete panga ndio asisikike akijaribu kutengeneza shimo hapo when he's trying to get his loot down there, but kila mtu say ana avoid. Thank you, Muli. Even a galaxy is allowed. But how the elites there, we can see them taking. Actually, I told you guys, every contribution anyone makes on TikTok, whether it's through my PayPal, on my Linktree, or even sending gifts, purely goes to my savings. I'm trying to buy a new gaming PC, so every single contribution, a single rose, 100 roses, all of them, they count and they go to my savings. Yeah. What is happening to F1? Did F1 just get eliminated as well? I think the genders are duo. Oh, wow. They should do something about that. They should start joining as a whole team. See, wanna join wakiwa tu watu wawili. It does cause a disadvantage. When you look at a place like Severny, my favorite place in Orangelo, and I'm trying to camp my way into Conqueror, you can stay here and just enjoy loot, go to church, say a prayer, do your thing, and then play the game. But the zone is about to shift. You're in the first phase. You're going into the second phase. Expect some action. So keep it locked in. You know the drill. Lazima tukunywe chai, tuki cast, so that we can keep our throats as fresh as possible. Sasa. But so far, let's see. Let me make sure I'm checking on your comment section so that I don't miss your comments. Okay, good. Let's go. Hi Ben, how you doing? So we'll not be getting any fights happening just yet. You can see the teams are just maintaining a very slow game. They're like, not right now. We're not really going to be taking on any fights. We're just going to be playing it safe. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure we don't lose our players along the way. And of course, it does pay off. For those who are watching the live stream for the first time, this is Kenya PUBG Mobile Series, KPL Chapter 1. And we are having a blast. It is the last day for the group stages. After today, some teams will be dropped, and it will be unfortunate that they will be dropped because they did not qualify. Their ranking was very low in the leaderboard, and they'll be dropped. There is a race for the prize pool, which is 15,000 Kenya shillings, and they're trying to get their way to that money and at least go drink some tea outside the house, okay? But so far, most of the teams are playing it safe. Yes, Naya, very much silent. We've only lost to one team. Every other team wamenyamaza. Mimi sijaona KPL imenyamaza hivi. I've never seen it. I'm not hitting buttons. Yes, send those galaxies, lions. Hey, the day I will see a lion on my live stream, I will run and come back. I leave the live, go outside, do a sprint, and come back. Yeah, all excited and everything. So, one day, one time, it will. I'm not lying, guys. Actually, everything, I've never withdrawn anything. Everything sent is basically going to that piggy bank. We need to upgrade our setup, right? We need to do a good thing. We need to do better as a community. We need to get top-notch quality streams. I am just doing this for the community as usual. If you know me, community comes first, then everything else comes second. ASTERIA Esports and Brutal Psychos. Oh, Toxic there does get knocked and thirsted. How did he miss that one? I don't know where Toxic is. I don't know where he was. Probably scouting the game. But he landed in Pochinki and he encountered ASTERIA Esports. Akina Baba Yao, they do not like jokes. What is being sprayed here? Oh, this is a crate? Damn it. I was like, what? I was about to ask, why is this character not getting damaged? So, ASTERIA Esports is still making their rotations around the game. We have Red Bull, Babayao, Puki, and Yako still making their rotations around the game. They do not want to be exposed just yet. Super GG. Thank you, Muli. Appreciate you. One step closer to a PC. Let's go, guys. So right now, we have most of the teams are just making their rotations in the game. They do not want to take on any fights. 16 teams are still in the game. No one is fighting, but we might be having a fight there. Brutal Psychos, U7 pass by, and Isma gets damaged. They try to get some sprays towards him again, but no one is getting knocked just yet. But as they do that, we have a team literally on their side here, making their way on the high ground. Is none other than RC. They have had the sprays. They can't see the teams there, and you know RC, one small mistake, and RC will be taking you down there. We already have one person, that is Alberto, has been knocked and thirsted. We have them being taken down one by one, and it's not going to be an easy survival right now. Brutal Psychos as well, trying to get some space towards U7. I don't know what he's doing here. It's going to knock you. Oh, he survived that. Take it and leave. U7, they're being knocked as well. That is the same, being knocked and thusted. RC are very much close there. Isma trying to go in for that push. Might be losing RC this Ali, and he's trying to heal up there, trying to smoke up the place. He's getting spotted, he's getting thirsted, and the teammates from RC are trying to get some cover space towards him, but nothing is happening right now. RC lost one player. The monkey man will not be doing any monkey business anymore. He will be going back to that lobby, and U7 is also there. The sprays are looking good. He does get one player down as well. RC, what are you doing? You're losing to one man, Isma. He does take them down one by one. Call me esports. They're trying to third party. Fedro hasn't been thirsted just yet. We can see Isma trying to make his rotation here. He won't be able to get a thirst just yet. He's avoiding this fight as much as he can, and we can see an Asteria esports player passing by. And hapa sasa kutakuwa kumoto. As long as Asteria esports is able to see a chance, they might be able to take it as well. Nope, this is game 2. We are in Erangel. We have 3 more games to go, and then we'll be calling it a night for the group stages. The last player there from U7. Oh, did they just pass him? I don't think they saw him. Oh wow, man is lucky, because you can see the Asteria esports players are just making irritations, and no one wants jaba kwa kizungu inaitwaje? You mean miraa kwa kizungu inaitwaje? Cat. Nimesema inaitwa cat. Cat. Sijui kama unasikia Kenya nasema. I hope that earns me a lion. Anyway, we have the players there from Asteria esports are making their way into this compound. They will be staying safe there for now. And the last player from U7 will be going back to lobby. For RC, unfortunately, they have already lost 3 of their players. Brutal Psychos still in the same compound. They are not leaving just yet. U7, I'm not sure if they survived. Actually they didn't. The last player has just been eliminated. But I mean, we have to give it there for Isma. He was able to survive throughout the game. So that's actually a good play there. Yes, exactly, Element. I answered already before you typed. Nakwambia guys, kuna joto lakini I cannot function without tea. I'm here sipping that tea. YouTube chat, how are we doing? YouTube, make sure you like the live stream, make sure you share the live stream link, and hit that sub button if you're yet to do so. Goal. God damn, hi. Goal is to get to 3K subscribers. We're at 2,860. We are not that far off to 3K subscribers. So let's go ahead and do our thing. But now when you look at One Take Esports here, we have them basically holding by farm. They're not going to be taking on any fights just yet. The zone is about to close in. 3rd phase of the zone. We are clocking in into that 4th phase of the zone. Most of the teams are now going towards that eastern side of Erangel. You can see them surrounding P-Zone. We can see CG3 going there. Asteria Esports, Deadly Clan. All these teams driving their way into that zone. And someone has been spotted. That will be Asteria Esports. And they'll be knocked and thirsted, taken back to lobby. The teammates are not even that close to help him. I think he's the scout for the team. He has been going around by himself, not really engaging in fights that much. So of course it's expected for him or her to be knocked a little bit early in the game. There we have IGLs. They're making their way. They have been spotted. Brutal Psychos getting some sprays from Kido. They're not really connecting, but Gyros is there. Okay, Baba Yao there does put the players from Deadly Clan, and Dex will be on his knees. And that means Deadly Clan will be taking on a fight here, but they have another team right next to them. That is HL, and the Asteria Esports team have to be very, very careful. 3 teams, same direction. They might just be closing in on where they are right now, and one rookie mistake will be seeing that team going back to lobby. So everything right now is surrounding where they decide to go. Are they going to be firing anymore? Are they going to be engaging in any fights? HL, Sporting, Deadly Clan, they are also right here next to them, and I think Deadly Clan is looking to take on that fight. Maybe push some buttons here so that they can be able to start some violence with this team. But we'll see if that's going to be the case. But as they do that, Dark Tempest players power, they want to go in for that push. Dodge there is down. I don't know who they're fighting, but let's go up there. Team 5, Prince is trying to cook up grenades. He's waiting for them to go in for that push. The nade goes in. Actually, it's not even... it does get some damage, and we'll be having him going in for that push. But unfortunately, Dark Tempest, the nest of K, they will be eliminating Team 5 from that race. The zone is getting smaller. 3rd phase. And we are yet to see any fights happening just yet. Brutal Psychos playing it safe. Kila mtu say ataki story. Kila mtu ako dunia yake. And it's allowed. Hey, sinakunywa chai na fujo. I'm sorry. Hey, that is not my habit, eh? That is not my habit. But we have 12 teams remaining. That zone is about to close in. You have Team 21 NXG Hari. We have Team 24 Excess Power as well. They will be making their toss and turns in the game. They're not even sure where they want to be just yet. They're trying to predict the next zone shift. For BPX, on the other hand, they're playing it safe. They're waiting for the zone to shift, and then maybe they'll make their rotations. ASTERIA Esports receiving sprays. They're still in that safe zone. Excess Power is on that garage. HL is still behind them. Right now, ASTERIA Esports is in the hot zone. Anyone can want this compound. Anyone can decide, let's attack on the Titans. So it's going to be a very interesting time here to see whether they will be taking on that fight or not. But as you can see, most of the teams are playing it safe. They do not want to take on any fights just yet. But if it works for your team, then why not? Piganeni mpaka mchoke, ama? Watu wapigane mpaka wachoke. Birdie sips tea, exactly. Right, it's like an addiction, I tell you guys. You see how people are addicted to other things? I need tea, even if it's summer, wherever summer is. Nice spray there from Baba Yao. All right, so let's see what is going on here. We have CG3 Esports very much close, and I don't think they'll be fighting. By the way, they've decided to hold, so let's hold a conversation. Chat, how's everyone doing today? January is almost done. Actually, my birthday is next week, guys. But I thought I would have enough to get a PC by my birthday, but unfortunately not. But you know what? Every day is a birthday, right? But then you have Excess Power. They are taking on the last player from RC Esports, taking him back to lobby. And most of the teams are now playing safe. So let's continue the story. So here's the thing. I might not be able to afford it by the time it's my birthday. But when that day comes, when I'm affording it, we shall name that day my birthday, right? I've already said it. We have the team there, Deadly Clan, being supported by Brutal Psycho, player that is Ethox, who will be getting that knock there. Dead is actually watching them, and he's trying to get some space towards Brutal Psychos. They're trying to make it into the zone, but then Dark Tempest is also getting some damage towards them. Ethox very much damaged, and Co-Driver flies off the vehicle, and he will be left by the road just to water the grass or something. But as you can see, Call Me Esports is also passing by. Their Brutal Psychos player Lee also makes it into the safe zone. Call Me Esports passing by. Dark Tempest holding the compound. They are ready to take on a fight, but they are not sure whether they want to do it now or later. But of course, it is all up to them to decide how they want to do it. But as you can see right now, One Take Esports is also losing numbers. A Deadly Clan there has lost a soldier, and two of them remain standing. That is Deadly Dead and Deadly Teamy. And we can see some sprays towards Teamy. The damage is actually good. I wonder who's getting the sprays. They are Brutal Psychos, have the Dark Tempers there with them. They have to be very much careful. Dark Tempers could ruin it for the Brutal Psychos. You have Call Me Esports. They are being taken down right now. I don't know where they made their rotation to. But they seem to have been spotted, and they're losing numbers one by one there. Let's see what their plan is. They have ASTERIA Esports right in front of them. HL on their right side. Deadly Clan by the edge. But we can see PEAKY and the teammates. They're getting closer. Baba Yao is there as well. And HL takes a run for it. Fishery is left alone. And Legal goes down. He tries to leave his teammate. But you never leave a soldier behind, my friend. You die with your friend. And you have Immortal there being pushed as well. We can see the sprays are really good. The vehicle very much damaged. He does get the damage on HL. But he'll not be getting that knock just yet. Deadly Dead comes in the back there. Immediately Mortal takes the chance here and uses the vehicle to run away. But as you can see, teams on literally every single side. Deadly Clan doesn't know what to do other than move around with the vehicle and hope that no one goes to where they're going. Excess Power, they're holding by Mansion. They have a team in there with them. One Take Esports Newting. He wants to go in for that push. Winner by the edge there has been spotted. The damage is good. He does take cover. But his teammate Killer comes in from the back. Does take the first player down, Saint. And the teammates are going in for that push as well. And One Take Esports a losing numbers. CJ3, third person in the fight. The jump shot is amazing. And Kila will be getting the last player from one take. Esports all the way back to lobby. IGL right now, they are making their rotations as well. They do not know what to do. But as you can see, they are maintaining their position. They're trying to scout the area. No stopping till we are sure that no one is going to be taking us down there. Dark Tempers as well are closing in. You can see them moving around. And it's not going to be a good one. But the Kobe on him from Ali is perfect. And Power, he will be the only person remaining from the Dark Tempers there. He will be spotted if he tries to move even an inch closer to where his teammate Shadow is. We have a third party, and CG3 Esports getting the damage and Power. He does the jiggle, and he'll be surviving that for now. His teammate is already back to lobby. Devil still holding by the tree. Ali receiving pressure. HL, third party in the fight. Devil tries to cook up a nade. If it goes well, it's gonna be Deem on time. But if that nade doesn't go good, it actually doesn't really connect, and Gyros is still trying to cook up nades towards Devil. One person has to go down, either the Devil or Gyros himself there. Devil does get a lot of damage by his side, but he'll be taking on the cover immediately. He sees the damage. Oh, and Gyros grenade actually connects. Power, last player, a drive by Rocky, and the Dark Tempers will be going back to lobby now. Ali is the only person remaining. HL taking on Asteria Esports. We can see already one of the teammates has been knocked down, but as they do that, let's see what's happening on the side of Asteria. They're trying to get the revive on at Red Bull, and HL is safe for now. They are safe. It is not looking easy. Most of the teams here are losing unnecessary fights there. They're taking on grenades from every side, and HL's grenades are very much cooking, and the Nate does a good job, does get Red Bull on his knees there. CG3 Esports, they will be taking on a fight there. They were able to take on Ali, and now all they need to do is make their rotations into that safe zone. CG3 Esports have one thing to do: make it into that safe zone. IGL Esports, Kido still in the game. Deadly Clan, they're still moving around by the edges of the zone. They're moving with that blue zone. They're taking their time, but they have a very dangerous snake right in front of them. That is Kido. Sports Teamy. He takes him down. Deadly does try to take Kido, and the shotgun on his face will be taking him back to lobby. Now PEAKY, his grenades have been nothing but promising. He will be cooking some towards HL Esports. He does take on that baggy, goes in for that push. Finisher AI, snaking by that grass. He's trying to get some drive-bys. He's trying to see if I pass by here with the baggy, can I at least get a knock happening here? But then the knock is not really happening just yet. HL losing players into that blue zone. CG3 Esports, they need to make rotations into the zone. PEAKY and the teammates, they have time. HL not in the zone. PEAKY not in the zone. CG3 MS, he does get the spray, does connect. Now it's going to be up to two players, that is Finisher AI and Aggressor, to do something. PEAKY does get spotted, he does get knocked, and his teammate, beautiful cover, he will be taking him down, and the only person standing right now is the Aggressor. So I'm yet to see what the Aggressor can do. Are we going to be seeing any damage coming from him? Is he going to be able to take on Asteria Esports? But as he does that, we have a drive-by from CG3 Esports, and the drive-by will be a downfall because Red Bull will be giving you wings to fly all the way back to lobby. That spray is perfection. CG3 Bone, he goes back to his teammate. They made a mistake. The drive-by was their downfall, and now they have to rethink their decision. Now with the players from Asteria Esports trying to get the revive, CG3 Esports are moving around, trying to get closer. We can see them doing a drive-by as well. We have the cassette switch, and we have the players going down. Baba Yao is on his knees. PEAKY very much revived. He's trying to heal up there, but we have CG3 MS being spotted by PEAKY. Will be knocked as well, taken back to lobby with that spray, and PEAKY does get distracted a bit. Beautiful reflex, and he's trying to go back to zone, but the Aggressor has become the aggressor here. Oh my days, that was an amazing play, amazing turn there coming from HL with that chicken dinner. But not only a chicken dinner, they get 10 eliminations with that chicken dinner. Second place, you have Asteria Esports, 6 eliminations. Were very much surrounded everywhere they tried to go, but it did not work out as it should be. Third place, you have CG3 with 10 eliminations. Okay. Fourth, you have IGLs with 5. Fifth, you have Deadly Clan 2. 6, you have Brutal Psychos with 7. 7, you have Dark Tempers with the 8. 8, you have Excess Power 5. 9, you have Call Me Esports 0. 10, you have One Take Esports 1. 11, we have NXG 0. 12, RC 1. 13, Elite 2. 14, U7 1. 15, Ace 0. 16, FE 0. And 17, RV 0. Going a lot for this game with 7 eliminations, we have CG3MS. Best company for rescues, we have DMX, Baba Yao. And finish up with the final elimination, we have HL Aggressor. In a second. Well, I believe that is it for game number 2. Yani, people have decided it's going to be a very violent night, and it is too violent for some of us to keep up. So, of course, guys, if you enjoyed the live stream, make sure you're hitting that like button, hit the sub button if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel. For now, we'll be taking a very short break, going into the next game. So, of course, not go anywhere. The next game is about to begin, and the action is about to continue. BRB.
Got the
Guys, wait, what is happening here? I'm gonna use the translate button to understand what the guys are talking about. I'm coming, you dodged, okay? I'm coming today, brother. What is happening here? HL finisher AI. Anyway, room 3 is about to begin. It's gonna be a wrangle. So let's see how it goes. Let's see which team will be giving us that chicken dinner when it comes to this next game. I've been all around the globe trying to forget you. Beautiful tea. All right. The tea is in. Thank you, Arthur. Well, you keep on trying to be better commentators as the years go by, right? So all right, so right now we have a game 3 in Erangel, and we have the flight path there coming from the southwestern side all the way to the northeastern side of Erangel. You guys know how it goes. Nothing but pure action from time to time. If I'm being honest, we'll be seeing some camping skills happen pale that we have to adapt if you want to be a good player. I mean, KPL will teach you how to become a very professional camper to a point people will be asking you, who taught you this, all right? But anyway, guys, while we are at it, congratulations to PUBG Mobile for breaking the Guinness World Record for the most choreographed handshakes at a go. It was done in Indonesia, Egypt, Turkey, and Pakistan. Well, I mean, other game titles honoring what is happening. But don't worry. PUBG is just that game, yeah? No delay. Actually, there's a very big delay of 3 minutes between the games. Between the whatever you're seeing, when you get this, we'll be 3 minutes ahead in the game. Before the game continues, let's continue sipping tea. Hey, there's nothing as good as hot tea, even though it's so hot outside. Okay, all fresh. So we have enjoyed the game so far. We have seen what the teams can actually do. I mean, you have seen how people are camping, and I'm not gonna be pointing names, but one of them has a name similar to mine. All right. So far, most of the teams have already landed. Now we can try and analyze where they're landing. When we look at Fairy Pier, we have teams almost around that side. Query. In Gatka, we have the Deadly Clan. Excuse me, Brutal Psychos in a military base as usual. From there has RC. We have Asteria Esports as usual in Pochinki. Why is my... Well, we have a team in school that is excess power. We don't know what their plan is, but let's see what they're planning to do. Give me a second, I'm being cold. Chaleni, nitakuitia dawa yako, eh? But anyway, guys, sorry about that. I am back. So as you can see right now, we have some faces, some fights. Bro, I just said the name faces and said faces. So we have some fights happening around there. We have MTF Demolish, Bean, Knocked, and Thirsted. If I'm being honest, MTF here should not be losing the fights this early. We have Carissa, Shelby, and Tonic still in the game. They're still surviving for now. It's not going to be an easy survival, of course. Pato, we are live on YouTube. Okay, sorry about that. A few distractions here and there. So we have Asteria Esports in Pochinki. We have them making their way around there to school. Exispa as well will be making their rotations towards school. So we'll be seeing how they decide to take on the fights. Are we really going to be seeing them engaging, or will they be holding it out for a while before they can take on any fight? They are still taking on MTF. Shelby as well has been spotted, knocked and thirsted, taken back to lobby. Pretty unfortunate for him there and his team. But I mean, that is basically what? I was wondering how is he digging that a hole through that floor. But then I remember that's an emote. So that's that. Forgive me. I've been trying to surrender. I hope I'm... My throat wants to do the thing. I don't know why. So So we have ASTERIA Esports. They seem to be having a fight there with excess power. We have seen a knock already on the excess power side. The winner has been knocked and casted. ASTERIA Esports is still trying to decide whether they want to go and engage with the head-on fight, or they will be doing that a little bit later in the game. But as you can see there, PEAKY and Yako have decided to take on a bike, and they will be doing their rotations on that bike just to see if they can take on the players from excess power, who have already decided to change their position and go away from where the players from ASTERIA Esports are getting damage on them. Now when you look at the Dark Tempers team, they're pretty much avoiding the fights. They do not want to be in fights for now. They're trying to get as many points as possible. The overall ranking keeps on changing. Remember, Group A is officially done with their matches. So right now, all they can do is be fingers crossed that the teams playing today, that is B and C, do not push them too far down in the leaderboard and they get eliminated from the game. Deadly Clan, they are taking on a fight. So let's see where they are. Let's see which fights they are taking on right now. One Take Esports, they have been able to knock and fast Gojo. But the rest of the players are making their way into that safe zone. They do not want to take on the fights just yet. Deadly Dex as well will be avoiding the fight. You can see how the team is taking each other here. They're trying to avoid as many fights as they can just to make it into that safe zone on time. FE, we have FE there. One of the teammates has been knocked as well. Oh, is that Babayao? Okay. So it seems like ASTERIA Esports player Babayao. Bro, my voice is going. What the hell? What is happening? Wait. Okay. I hope my sound doesn't decide to do that thing. But we have Effie, Echo, and Aku, and Harlem. They're here as well. We can see them making their rotations there. We have HL trying to get closer to them. We might just be seeing a fight happening here, and some teams might just be eliminated along the way. I've played the game for 7 years as well, but for today I'm not really playing. I am casting the Kenya PUBG Mobile Series game. It is Chapter 1 for KPL, and these are Kenyan teams trying to battle it out for 15,000 Kenya shillings. So they're doing everything they can to be able to win here, but then we have Mizo trying to go in for that push up. Whoa! Wow, the first player there does go down, and of course the teammate is trying to get closer, just trying to do something. But what is that? So HL Mizo needs HL Mizo, and we have Echo actually been able there to get a chance to just relax and try and figure out how he's going to be fighting a whole team by himself. His teammate Aku is already down on his knees there, trying to cook up a nade. If it goes well, it's gonna be a Kobe on the HL player, but then that grenade doesn't really connect. But as they do that, RC Esports coming in from the back there. Swashi is closing in, and he comes by there with a hovercraft and immediately goes in for that push, and just like that, the player there from HL has been third partied. Echo should have just run away. Angekimbia. Kijana alikuwa na chance. He should have just said, this is not what's going to be happening. I'll just run away. But he decided to take on the fight. So that is how he lost that fight to the RC team. We have another team here that is One Take Esports to playing it safe there. One of the teammates is already back to lobby. That is Steph. Who's chilling there. I don't think he will be able to survive without being spotted in case they try to cross that bridge, not bridge, but go to the sides around Isnaya. They might be spotted by teams like RC, so I hope they have a plan, because you can see where they're coming from. Where they are right now, they need to go towards Isnaya Poliana. There's no team by that petrol station, so they're lucky with that, but RC is also making their way around here. And if they spot a team trying to move around where they are, you know how RC moves, they will be actually forced to engage in that fight. And some teams will be on the losing end. Either RC will be the one taking, or it's going to be another team taking it. But then so far so good. We have One Take Esports there making their rotations into that safe zone. It seems like Elite, Bot and Prince are taking on a fight there. U7 Esports passing by. We can see some sprays there trying to get them, but then they're not really connecting. And my friend there will not be able to get a knock on U7. But as they do that, we have Luffy, who's literally just by this side. So once they get here to this top zone and they get off this crane, then I think Luffy will be able to do something for the team. But let's see if that's going to be the case or not, or we'll be seeing someone being eliminated there along the way. But let's give it time and see who will be the one leading this fight. There we have U7 Isma. Again, guys, give me time for my voice to, I think, come back. Because for some reason it's trying to go away. So RC Esports have been able to take on One Take. I told you, I predicted, I know, I knew it. Once you try cross that bridge and there's a team that is already on the side of Yasnaya Poliana, they will always see your team and they'll always try and get some eliminations on you guys. So we have seen there some points have gone towards RC for taking down One Take Esports as they were trying to make their way around to Yasnaya. Again, that bridge, it's small, but what? It's small, but so bad. And if you do one small mistake, you go back to lobby and that's it for you. So I do understand what happened there. But then you have CG3 Esports maintaining their hold here at the boatyard, but then they have to move. The zone is closing in. Brutal Psychos for them, they're also making their rotations. I don't think Brutal Psychos wants to take on a fight for now. You can see how they're moving, they're taking their time. Dark Tempers as well, I don't think they want to take on any fights just yet. They're playing it safe as well. So I'm yet to see any team that wants to take on a fight. Most of them are holding it down. They do not want to fight anyone as of now. IGL's literally in front of where we have the team that is Dark Tempers. So let's look at what the IGLs are up to. Will they be able to make their rotations or not? But we'll see. Game volume. There's no game volume unless I add it on the. Is there game volume now? Let's move where there's a spray and then you'll tell me if there's game volume. I hope the game volume is back, right? I think I've put it louder than my mic now. But of course, there we have ASTERIA Esports. So they have the players from Brutal Psychos getting closer to them. And as you can see, Yako, they're trying to get some sprays towards the players from RC. And Monkey Man is actually getting damaged by Red Bull, but he will be avoiding that knock for now. Actually not. And he goes down. ASTERIA Esports is really getting some sprays there. And they actually get too thirsty. Where is Red Bull? How is he getting that spray and a knock? Wow, so Brutal Psychos take advantage of this chance where the team is actually fighting, and you can see them now making the rotations towards the safe zone there for RC. They have been able to lose a player to ASTERIA Esports player Red Bull. He actually has very good spray. He was able to get some knocks on that team. So let's go. We have CG3 Kazuma and the teammates. They seem to be taking on a fight already. They have been able to get an elimination. Omega and the teammates need to do something about it. Toxic is already down on his knees. Kobe goes in and MS will be going to make sure he thrusts that knock. Omega, he is the last person standing. Molly's nades, and my friend there has just been cooked all the way back to lobby, and CG3 Esports is happy with that play. Now with that zone closing in, I believe CG3 Esports should also make their way into that safe zone. We have a team like Brutal Psychos. They've still made their rotations, but unfortunately for them, they have RC right in front of them. So you can see Swashi there. It seems like they have been able to spot them. Swashi and Fedro are the only players remaining from RC. So if they do it well, they will be able to get on the players from Brutal Psychos. But if they do one teeny tiny mistake, they will be going back to lobby, because being two players, one knock can be a disadvantage. If your teammate panics, that's it. Zero composure, zero victory, right? But then the Brutal Psychos players are still surviving, and I love this, all right? So we yet to see any action. 12 teams still remaining. The zone is getting smaller. The teams will now be forced to get closer to each other. Call me esports. I've survived this long. I can only say I'm proud of this this team, to be honest. Now, for today, they have been able to make the right calls. They have been able to make the right rotations as a team. And this time around, they have been able to survive. So as you can see, they will be holding that survival range for some time before they are spotted and maybe engage in a fight. So 12 teams remaining. The zone does close in. It is leaving Yesnaya Poliana. All the teams will be coming towards Brutal Psychos, RC Esports. There will be teams closing in there. CG3 Esports also makes it to the party. It's gonna be a fire party right now. Someone will be third-partied, and you have to pray to the heavens that your team is not the team that is going to be third-partied when it comes to these fights. Last player, MTF Tonic, back to lobby. Now, this is where the action begins. Are you ready, guys? Are you locked in? Have you liked the live stream? Have you hit that sub button? Because you need to lock in, because right now the teams are about to cook, and I'm about to show you how they will be cooking. There's CG3 Esports. They will be trying to get some sprays towards Call Me's. We have KKG Fishray. He's already here, next close to his teammates. But then they have to be very much careful. ASTERIA Esports, Sporting Legal, trying to get some sprays towards them. We have a whole team being eliminated by the zone, that is U7. I don't know what they're doing outside the zone there, but if it's working for them, even Isawa. But let's see what their plan will be. Will they be able to survive or not? We have Bone there getting the first knock, and I believe when Call Me Esports, when one player goes down, that means Call Me Esports is on the hot zone right now. CT3 Esports could basically go in for that push and make it impossible for Call Me Esports to be able to revive. As you can see, Fishery here has been left alone. ASTERIA Esports, Sporting Legal, he wants to make it to his teammates. His sprays are good, but RC Esports third parties, and we have Red Bull. It is going to be a comeback there because RC lost a player to Red Bull, and it was a very long range spray, and this time around ASTERIA Esports is getting that as well from RC. We can see one of the teammates is down there already. Brutal Psychos, they are somehow taking on a fight, but PEAKY changes his location. He doesn't want to take on a fight just yet. So let's see what the Brutal Psychos are up to. They have been able to engage in a fight, and the Deadlies are here. Dark Tempers by the back where we have Deadly Esports, and they will be taking the advantage because right now Deadly Clan, they know Brutal Psychos is also close to them. Some sprays coming from the back there. Nova very much damaged. The sprays do not stop there, and Brutal Psychos, Gyros does get closer. Someone is about to get knocked there. Devil, how are you? It is going to be a very hard time here to survive for the Dark Tempers team. They have two teams literally on the front and back sides of where they are. Dark Tempers is the sandwich. They will be the ones receiving the pressure, but not even them alone. Deadly Esports as well will be receiving the pressure. You can see we have they're trying to make their way around the zone here. They're passing by Deadly Esports. Spooky, knocked and thirsted. The rotations are looking good, but someone is about to be knocked. As you can see, the HP on Yako is very much low, and they get a hit on, and someone goes down. Chris gets knocked with Nest of K, and ASTERIA Esports Red Bull is exposed as well. The sprays are coming from CG3 Esports. Red Bull goes down. Yako does use defense. He has his cover. Nades are going in. If it goes well, it's going to be a Kobe. But then Nade doesn't really connect there. He has to be very much careful. RC Fedro, he sees this team is distracted. Well, it's my time to shine. Rocky, he does get the upper hand there. He was actually cooking up a grenade, but then it doesn't really take him out yet. Just for now, we have RC player Fedro still surviving. Nades coming in quite hot there. Rocky, very much low. Bone trying to go in for that push, and one beautiful grenade, and we have a Kobe, and Rocky goes down, and now Bone is there as well. Fedro, he knows one man remains standing. We have a third party, and he is quite low. Fedro goes in for that push, and he has the egg in his hand, and just like that, you have a team being eliminated, and ASTERIA Esports player Yako will still be surviving because the distraction was massive to a point no one remembered that ASTERIA Esports was there. But as you can see on this other side, Dark Tempers. Is it me or is there sound? Where is that sound coming from? Okay, I will find it, not now. But as you can see, the game is actually continuing there. We have teams are being eliminated. Dark Tempers, they have been knocked and thirsted. Brutal Psychos, they're trying to make their way into the zone. Deadly Clan here, the zone is very much damaging, but they have to make their rotations. Deadly Dex takes on the buggy and does his way into the zone. We have a player right in front of him, that is Fedro, still using the hovercraft, and if something goes wrong, Deadly Dex will be going down. Fedro very much aware, and Dead is actually very much close. He has 4 grenades, and each grenade can actually actually do some magic, but he instead uses that molly, tries to get some damage on Deadly Dead. He's also chilling in the vehicle, nades towards him. Fedro using the view from the vehicle to see where is this player. Now can I take him down? And literally he goes in for that grenade. One beautiful one gets a Kobe on Deadly Dead, and he goes down. One last player remaining. Dex, another nade will be connecting, and that is what we call a double Kobe. And Deadly Dex, the player, will be going back to lobby with his teammate, and Fedro will be going home victorious. 2 grenades connecting, perfection. 3 teams remaining. Now Fedro is a solo. Shoot, is a solo, bro. That name. But they have to find a way of surviving 2 solos versus a whole team. Ali, they are very much distracted, but Fedro has composure and he gets the first player down. I mean, if I were a ASTERIA esports player, I wouldn't even budge. I would let Fedro do the fight and then I come in later. But I mean, he's barging, he's trying to get some damage down. Fedro, he's trying to get an elimination. He gets pushed as well from the back there. Malefic very much low. He goes into the nest of K. I mean, solos are working together. Brutal Psychos in the middle of a working play here. And right now, RC is enjoying this. ASTERIA esports is enjoying this. Ali is down. Gydos is also on that side. Fedro still playing it safe. 1 grenade. Gydos literally in front of him. If Fedro wants to use it, he can use it. But the grenades are coming hot there. Gydos does make his way into the safe zone immediately. We have Fedro making his way into the safe zone as well. Unfortunately, last player from ASTERIA esports, he does get spotted. Another spray there coming from Fedro, and he'll be taking Ithox. Imagine if one player takes down a whole team by himself, and you have Gydos there trying to go in for that push. He has been able to heal up. He will be sporting Gydos. He will be giving him his back there. Immediately goes in for that push. Gydos is sleeping, switches the rest of K, and one player, RC player Fedro, wipes out Brutal Psychos. Sijui nisemeje. That was a good play there coming from RC player, none other than Fedro. Composure, guys. Composure is everything. If you understand the game, composure comes along with it. Well played there from Fedro, and not just getting the chicken dinner by himself. 12 eliminations to his name. 12 eliminations for Fedro. We have Monkey with 2, and then you have Swash with 5. In total, the whole team has 19 eliminations. Second place, you have Brutal Psychos with a total of 11 eliminations. Third place, we have ASTERIA esports with 6 eliminations. Fourth, we have Deadly Dex with 3. 5, we have Dark Tempers with 1. 6, we have Excess Power 2. 7, Call Me Esports 1. 8, we have CG3 with 8. 9, we have Elites with 2. 10, we have U7, 10. 11, we have IGL, 0. 12, MTF, 0. 13, RV, 0. 14, NXG, 0. 15, One Take 2. 16, HL, 2. And 17, we have FE with 2. Going a lot for this game with 12 eliminations. RC Fedro. Best companion with 1 rescue. AST Yako. And finisher with the final elimination, RC Fedro. Well, guys, Medionaire, it can get intense. I mean, KPL is getting better by the minute, and not just KPL, the teams are cooking. But of course, guys, that was just game 3. All the Wrangle games done. One more Miramar, one more round to go, and then we'll be calling it a night. So for now, let's take a quick break, and then we'll be going into game 4. That is Miramar, and then Rondo, and then we call it a night. For now, BRB. All right, well, we are back and it is a game number 4. Well, I think I switched to a different mic. All right, well, it is that 4th game of the night and we are in that land of pure dust, which is Miramar, and we look at the safe zone for the first game zone. It is basically in Puerto Paraiso, all the way around Los Leones, Labeni, Tamina General, Graveyard, Impala. All these places are looking safe, but it seems like we're having an early fight there. HL already lost one of their teammates, Aggressor. He's still in the game there with his teammates. They will be playing a little bit safe. I think Call Me Esports is here. U7, I see some in the comment section saying U7 is free kills. I don't know what happened to them in that game, but they somehow lost along the way. I don't know how they lost that fight, but not how they lost that fight, how they gave the zone those kills, but I think it was the slow rotation that kind of cost them, so they were exposed to the very damaging blue zone. So I hope in this game in Miramar they will not be doing the same thing, and maybe they will be playing it a little bit better. MTF Esports, we can see IGL as well taking on a fight. So let's go and have IGL because we can see some knocks where they are. They have a team right next to them that is NXG, and you can see the damage on their end. NXT Road, NXG Omega, NXT Hari, all the way next to IGL. NXG has already lost one of their players, and I'm thinking they will be playing it safe before they decide to take on any fights just yet. We have most of the teams are going to be playing it safe. It is that faster zone in the game, so not all of them will be taking on fights just yet. You will be seeing them playing it as safe as they can, and most of them will be camping because I mean they have only 2 more games to go, and then it will decide whether they move on into that semi-finale or not. So depending on how they take on the fights, then how the semi-finals go for them all depends on how they take on this fight. Will they be able to engage, or will they be playing it safe and then coming in later and taking all those kills? So One Take Esports right now landed next to RC. So Saint and the teammate Murife have already been knocked. Newton trying to go up and get the revive on his teammate Murife, though we can already hear RC trying to close in there. So we'll be seeing how they actually do this. But we have Swashi there going in for that push. Newton, hello. What? He will be taking him, I know. Hey! That shotgun caught him off guard. So let's go where we have HL because they seem to be taking on a fight against U7. Nani yako cho? Bro, this outfit is crazy. This outfit is crazy. What is this? He needs to get up so that people can see it. Stand up, finisher AI. So they are in the toilet, and this one has worn something that is very disturbing. Yes, look at this outfit. Hi, bro. What is this? Why is this thing looking at us? It's like, I know you're watching us, bro. This is crazy. See, he's gone to the toilet again. Let's let HL do their thing. We're going to give them some privacy. We have Call Me Esports as well in the same place as them. So maybe they will be taking on a fight here. Give me a second. All right. right, I think all good. I thought I hadn't put the right mic, but it's all good, no problem. So with that zone closing in, we are in that second phase of the zone about to begin, and most of the teams, of course, will be looking to go into that safe zone just to avoid the early game fights. Okay, good. So Call Me Esports unfortunately have been eliminated. I was actually looking at the YouTube comments and I see someone saying, Leo, call me wameshikilia sana. It seems like you jinxed them, my friend. You just jinxed them. They were surviving. They were doing their thing. But you can't say that they're the ones kushikilia sana. But right now, U7 has one person remaining. I say again. Why? And you have HL there getting at those 3 eliminations. That is basically aggressor wiping the whole team by himself. Good stuff there coming from him. Not an easy play, honestly. Sometimes pushing, you're not even aware of the team you're pushing. You don't know how they will take you. Hujui kama watakumaliza ama watakuspare. Hujui, yani uko tu. So it's a lot of prediction here and there on how the game will go. So of course, excuse me, they need to really figure out what next before they go in for any push. 73 Esports is there as well. They're making their way into that safe zone. Puerto Paraíso is still in that safe zone, but a very little part of it. FE Esports, I think, will be the next U7. They might just be losing numbers into that blue zone if they're not careful, but an excess power. They have a fight there. You have CG3 Esports taking on the Nox. What? Atomi knocked 2 people? Bro, 50 mag gun there, 50 mag. I think he has an extend mag. So Fabio, what? So Fabio was watching Kazuma the whole time. If he wanted, he would have stopped him from thirsting one of the teammates, but he was just there. Now here's the thing. The last player standing from CG3 Esports is Rocky. He's disconnected, and as you can see, Bon has already left the game because there's no hope left for them here. I mean, CG3 Esports disconnected, so why not disconnect myself, right? Why not go back to lobby? So right now we have CG3 Esports going back to lobby. Unfortunate for them, their excess power will be getting their revives. We have Team 5, that is Elite Bot. The elites there are just looting by the water treatment. Is this water treatment? Did I just say water treatment instead of power grid and whatever? This is Impala. There's power grid, right? And there's water treatment on this side. Okay. They look the same. I don't play Miramar that much, but I'm going to start playing it just to be familiar with the map more. So right now, ASTERIA Esports is also making rotations around the game. I don't think they want to take on any fights just yet. They will be trying their best to survive. So we know they're trying to gather points after points just to make it into that next stage, which is the semi-finale. So everything they do right now actually matters. ASTERIA Esports there, Red Bull has been spotted, and we have RC trying to get some sprays towards him. And you know what Red Bull does? He says, come on, let's go. Give it. I'm ready to take you. So right now, Anonymous is trying to see, did this guy go away or did he stop? But actually, he sees Red Bull's head. Excuse me. And he wants to engage. So far, we have the players there from RC. That is Anonymous. Still making his rotations around the game here. They do not want to take on the players from ASTERIA Esports just yet. They will be playing safe. But just for now, before they take on any sprays, someone there has been damaged. That is Fedro. Man of the match when it came to game 3 in Erangel. Kijana will dominate up with 12 eliminations. So I don't know if he's going to be trying to do the same right now. But RC has been doing a good job so far. They have been recruiting players. They have been training. And it's actually showing with how they're playing the games. Remember, guys, it is a new year. Last year we had tournaments. And RC was there in that tournament. So this year the tournaments will be there. And question is, which teams will be performing up to that level, right? So let's see how this plays out. We have the players there from DM, that is ASTERIA Esports, that is Babayao trying to give his teammates some cover. But then he has to be very much careful. You can see where Fedro is. I mean, he can see. But if he decides to engage, he can see, all right? He can see anything that is happening. So, yeah. Pedro. Not sure where he wants to be this fight. I think the two teams are just measuring each other's potential. Come on, that nade would have been good. Why did he stop cooking up a nade? What stopped him? Nah, he fumbled a very nice nade. He was about to cook a very good nade on the player from RC, but I think he's trying to see, be sure that there's someone here. Anonymous naye ameshikilia kambi is like, I'm not gonna move at all. No way. He almost threw a perfect nade initially, but now he's throwing it where they're not. So Yako is really trying to make them move, trying to make them expose the location, and Pedro actually gets some damage, and we have Yako being spotted. Amazing play there from Anonymous. The nade got the damage and the spray took him down, and that's going to be up to Red Bull to do something, either get the revive or basically let it slide there. Red Bull getting mollied all over the place, but he will be moving aside from that molly. Red Bull there sporting one of the players. Swashi does get the damage, the nade is good. Swashi does get some damage on Neem, and he takes him down to the nest of K, and that's going to be up to one last player, basically Baba Yao. He has to be Baba Yao, otherwise the team will be going back to lobby, switches to Nest of K, back to them for 16. Anonymous watching him as he tries going for that push, and Nest of K in his hand. If you jump badly, oh, that grenade is good. Baba Yao, habari yako, muzuri sana in the lobby, and just like that we have Baba Yao being taken back to lobby. RC Esports surviving that fight, but they cannot rest just yet. Deadly Clan is getting closer. I think Deadly Dex is trying to scout out the place here. He had the shots, everyone can hear the shots. He had the grenades. He knows that people were there, but they do not know how, what, or rather what to do. See the fight. Which fight? That one didn't even last. I tried to switch to watch what Call Me Esports was doing, and the next thing I know, they were down on their knees. So I don't know. But for now, Deadly Dex is still there. Have brutal cycles. Our players are still maintaining their location. They do not want to expose themselves. We have elites there as well, maintaining their location. They keep it safe. FE doing the same thing, playing as safe as they can. We have the Dark Tempers. Every team right now is just holding it out, but we know how Miramar can be. Most of the teams tend to, I don't want to say camping, but but we know you by your skills. All right, we know how the teams can predict a game. We know how they can decide this is how we're going to be playing, and we are not going to be pushing, or we're going to be pushing. All this depends on how they take it, but then so far most of the teams are keeping it safe. This is Miramar, guys. We'll have to wait for a while before they get to encounter each other. I think ASTERIA Esports and RC there were the only daring teams. The rest, they were unfortunate to land on each other, so they were forced to just take on fights whether they like it or not. So far we have the players there from NXG still surviving. I don't think they want to take on any fights just yet. They're keeping it as safe as they can. Sorry about that. I'm checking on my cat. So as you can see, Dark Tempers, honestly, most of the teams right now are keeping it as safe as they can. I don't think they want to take on any fights just yet. Deadly Dex have been spotted already. Deadly Dead is down. They take it on RC. Dex is on his way to maybe try and get that revive on his knocked teammate Deadly Dead. It seems like he got too close to where the players from RC were. Pedro, they have been spotted. Beautiful space there from Gojo, and Swashi right now will be forced to at least test that player before he's pushed again by the players from Deadly Clan. You can see them in that safe zone for RC. They're not really that close, but they have to get moving. Deadly Dex with an off angle. He's trying to see if he can spot them, but he cannot spot them just yet. He's trying to figure out what can I do. Anonymous is coming in from that right side. Dex has to be very much careful, otherwise the rotation here from Anonymous might just be a disadvantage for their team. So I hope they have eyes and ears everywhere, because Deadly Dex can easily take the player from RC back to lobby, but he's not aware of his location just yet. He cannot spot him, but Anonymous is just walking by. He's past snaking and trying to make his way to where we have the players there from Deadly. He has been spotted. Oh, actually, Deadly Dex spotted Swashi, and he was able to get the sprays there. Deadly Dex, after Anonymous exposed his location, he will be trying to cook up a nade there. If it actually goes well, that nade would actually connect, but Anonymous immediately smokes up himself. He knows. You can predict the game. You can just know, okay, he's going to tell the team, I'm here. They might spot me. I was doing the rotation. They might try and take me down. So no, not now. Maybe another time. But as you can see, the players here are just maintaining their position. They do not want to take on any fights. They're just playing it safe. And it's going to be working out if they do not expose themselves to that blue zone. Anonymous with the spray. Gojo goes down. I mean, you have another player, Royal. Bro, Royal could have made it hard for RC, but he did not. Hey, mimi hata nikiwa na rank lazima nitasumbua. But then have the players there from RC going in for that push. Deadly Clan is nothing but cooked, and they might just be like their name, Deadly, in that lobby. Right now you have the players from RC putting in the pressure. Nades, Molly's teammate trying to get the revive. Jump shots here. Swashi cooking up in the Molly that his teammate sent in. Swashi, they're trying to go in for the push, and Timmy, it will be going down. It is not looking good for the team there. Deadly Dex, last player standing from the team, has been spotted by Swashi. Some sprays go towards him, but Deadly Dex immediately takes his vehicle and decides to go away from this fight. Now we have excess power as well. They are in that blue zone. They need to get closer into that safe zone. FE Esports very much in that safe zone. Dark Tempers, they were also taking on a fight. We saw them getting some knocks on their end, but for now they have to go into that safe zone before they lose a fight into the blue zone. We have the elite player, basically bot. He's playing it safe. I think Devil is aware of his location, tries to get some space towards him. Devil, he will be knocked by that blue zone. I think the person actually who's able to heal right now is bot, because he took his time and decided to heal before engaging. If that nade goes well, it's gonna be a Kobe on the players from Dark, but they get what But but what happened? So Bot literally grenaded himself while he was trying to nade the players there from Dark Tempers, and that is an unfortunate situation there for him. But right now we have 8 teams remaining. The zone is getting smaller. The teams are finally closing in on each other, have excess power. There will be, of course, waiting on the people that are making their way into the zone a little bit late. But for them as well, they have to be very much alert, because FE can easily gatekeep excess power as well. RV Royale passing in the middle of the teams. He's just but a solo trying to get those placement points up, but I don't know for how long he will be holding it out there. We have excess power being spotted. Fabio is down. We can hear sprays from every single side. FE trying to get something happening on that side as well. Unfortunately for Winner, he will not be revived at this time. We have the brutal psychos are playing it safe as well. They want to be as comfortable as they can before they engage in that fight. For RC Esports are taking on the fights where they are. We have NXG being eliminated one by one. One of their teammates, KP45, back in lobby. Omega still standing. Harry and Roth still in the game. Or Hit still in the game. They're still trying to survive. I don't know how they're going to be doing this, but then we have RC coming in with that push there, grenades in their hands. It's about to be a red zone in that compound, but then have Fedro going in for that push when Swashi cooking up a grenade is looking for that Kobe. Rohit can be heard by Fedro. The movement can be heard, and Fedro tries to cook up his own nade. If it goes well, it's going to be a Kobe, and they will be using that as an advantage to go in for that push, but then that nade doesn't really get anyone down just yet. We have Rohit just trying to get away from them. He's trying to change his location. Swashi trying to close in, a grenade in his hand there. Rohit, Kobe on his head, but he will be surviving that one just for now. Rod's trying to get some space towards Swashi. They're not really connecting. Swashi switches the gun there, tries to see, I can hear the steps on my left. Why not try and get something happening there? Beautiful free fires from Pedro, and he actually gets the first player down. He will be going in for that push, and FP2 with the nest of K. He wants to go again. He wants to take the second player down, and you have the players there from and I almost said NXG. NXG's been eliminated all the way back to lobby. Excess power as well been taken back to lobby. Brutal Psychos, they're trying to close in on the players from RC. We have FE also very much close to where we have RC. RC right now holding the compound, very much safe. They have the high ground, that is, they have the high gameplay, sorry. Everything is working on their advantage. They can easily survive by just holding this compound without moving a muscle. But knowing RC, they will not take any L's. They will still engage until they're tired. So right now, FE goes down. Brutal Psychos. He is able to get at least one knock on the players from FE, and FE will be wiped from the game. Now 2 teams remaining. RC versus the Brutal Psychos. Grenades go in. Malefic goes in for that push. He goes down as well. Swashi Goes down on that Kobe from Ali. And now Anonymous being the last person standing. I don't know if you're going to be seeing another Fedro play, but as you can see, the players, not the only one standing. Fedro is still in the game. So Ali right now is trying to go in for that push. I mean, there are only 3 players standing. One of them is already down on his knees there. Ali trying to close in. He doesn't have any grenades in his bag, any mollies to try and get maybe another knock. But the teammates from RC are focusing on that revive. Another nade goes in. Fedro trying to cook up more nades. Brutal Psychos gets the nades out here. He's trying to get Fedro, but then Ethox, your nade is a little bit too far, and Swashi will be up on his knees again, and the fight will be back to normal. It's now going to be a 3v3, and Gyros is still around the game here, moving around with the baggy, trying to see if we can see anything, but they cannot spot them just yet. Ali needs a grenade. Gyros trying to cook up a Kobe, and the nade goes in, but Swashi's nade comes in as well. The damage on them is quite good. Anonymous, there's very much damage. Ali gets spotted by Swashi, and he'll be taking him down there. So right now, Swashi can't go in for that push. He knows I basically got one player down. Gyros just watching from the side. Ali gets dusted. Swashi trying to get in again with that push. 2 players remain standing, Gyros and Ethox. Molies, we don't know who's going to be surviving right now. We're going to be having a destructive play here where RC will be moving around the vehicle just to distract them. Ethox are hearing one of the players getting closer. Fedro being spotted. The spray from Ethox is good. It does get the damage. Gyros almost taking down Swashi, and the spray is a good. Swashi goes down. Beautiful cover from Gyros. Anonymous goes down as well. Fedro, last player standing. Estelf Kane is under. Ethox do not fumble this, and this time round, Brutal Psychers will be getting that chicken dinner back from RC, who got it in that third game of the night. Well played there from Brutal Psychos. 6 eliminations to their name, and they'll be serving a chicken dinner in Miramar. Second place there you have RC. 16 eliminations. Last game they had 26. Wacha nisionge. Actually, 27 eliminations last game. Third, we have FE with 5 points, 5 eliminations. We have 4th place, you have Excess Power with 6. 5, you have NXG with 1. 6, you have REV 0. 7, you have Elite 0. 8, you have Deadly Clan 0. 9, you have Dark Tempers 1. 10, you have IGLs. 11, we have HL4. 12, we have Asteria Esports 1. 13, we have CG3 1. 14, U7 5, 15 you have Call Me Esports 2, 16 One Take Esports 1, and 17 MTF with 1. Going a lot with 7 eliminations for this game, you have RC Swashi. Best companion with 3 rescues, you have Excess 911. And then finisher with the final elimination, you have BPX Ethox. Well, I believe that is it for game number 4. Of course, for right now, we'll be taking a very short break, and then we'll be coming back for that last game of the night. So, of course, do not go anywhere. Just make sure you hit the like button, share, and sub. Let's take a quick break. Let's finish the group stages with a bang, and that's going to be in Rondo. So, do not go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break. BRB. Reading these charts feels like gossip. Why they this is this Hindi? I like how PUBG has translate option. But I think we're waiting for two teams actually. Two teams have not joined. I don't know where they are, but let's wait for them. Let's wait. When they join, the game will start, and then we can call it a night. I need to rest, guys. I seriously need to rest. Very much exhausted, ne? Finally, the last game of the night has begun, and that is in Rondo. And of course, it's going to be a very tough night here, knowing it is the last game, the last chance for all the teams to qualify into that next stage, which is the semi-finale. And everything they do in this last game will be counted as their way to victory or home. So depending on how they take on the fights, then yes, some teams will be eliminated and some will proceed into the semi-finale. But so far, I think most of the teams will still go back to factory. It seems like that is the landing spot where most teams enjoy the most. They'll always want to go to factory. Give me a second. Hi, Sasa. So the zone has decided to go on that north-western side, basically around Nanchuan, away from where most of the teams tend to land. RC seems to be already taking on some eliminations. They seem to be wanting to take more than they can chew. Last time, I believe already just by kills, they have the most kills so far. But we'll be seeing after tomorrow. We'll be seeing, actually after today, sorry. We'll be seeing which team has the most eliminations when it comes to the overall ranking in the group stages of KPL Chapter 1. But then so far, most of the teams are already losing some players, but I think this is the usual plan. You know how it goes. 3 people land in the hot drop, and then everyone else goes far away from where everyone else is. And then you start seeing them getting knocked and thirsted at random. Vita hapana pale. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting day here for most of the teams. But let's see how that plays out. IGL, they have been able to get 2 knocks there. Dark Devil has lost 2 of his teammates. That means they need to get their recall happening. At least they have 1 person who's not even here. So I think that is the player that will be getting them the recall as they continue the fight here. ASTERIA Esports as well is trying to get some eliminations for themselves. ICRC are still making their rotations. Fedro already has 4 eliminations. God damn, what is Fedro feeding on, guys? Where's Fedro from? I've never heard of him, by the way. I think he's a new recruit there for RC. He's actually doing a good job. I'm very much surprised. But Mkumbuke, guys, I keep on telling you guys. Many tournaments, okay? So be very much ready to experience nothing but drama every single side, okay? So we have NXG there, Omega and KP, 45. We have RC, Anonymous, RC, Swashi, and Fedro. Still making the rotations here. They are not really taking on any fights just yet. Most of the places right now are pretty much crowded. but most of the fights are not really happening. It's like everyone is just holding and waiting for someone to make a mistake. I have RC, they are trying to get some damage on ASTERIA Esports. They can see them right in front of them. Deadly Clan already, one of their teammates is down. Mizo here trying to go in for that push. He has the rest of K. So we can see how this plays out. I believe most of the teams are not yet set when it comes to this. So far we have HL Mizo there with the nest of K trying to get the pre-fires happening. IGL is also taking on a fight, but I don't see IGL here. So where is IGL? Okay, we found you. So here's the fight, where the fight is. I have IGL, we have Elite, and we have Excess Power as well in the same place. We have seen some couple of knocks and thus happening. Excess Power already, one of the teammates 911 is in that lobby, another one is getting revived. We have the Deadly Clan playing it safe. I don't think anyone landed with them here, so they can loot there for a while. RC player Monkey Man, he will be the one recalling the team there. Deadly Gojo on the other hand, he has been spotted, and as you can see, ASTERIA Esports there, one of the teammates has been knocked and thusted. Easy peasy. I think most of the teams, when it comes to Rondo, this first fight is very much important, because this is where you get your team 30 kills. So everything you do very much matters how you play here in Factory. Because if you look at a team like RC, I mean, already they have 8 eliminations. The game is still fresh. People have not even recalled their teammates yet, and they already have 8 eliminations, so they can get all the way to 30 if they'd like. But I mean, they've already made it to 27 eliminations, so what is stopping them from getting to 30, you know? But then you have the IGLs there as well. NXG Rohit is here in the game. We're yet to see what they can do. We have NXG Omega, Rohit, KP45, all of them just playing it safe. They're not taking on any fights just yet. RC taking on Baba Yao's team, that is ASTERIA Esports. And let's see what they're up to here. We have Chut. This name, bro, these guys. I will not forgive them, I promise. ASTERIA Esports, I will not forgive you guys. So Dark Tempest there already, one of the teammates Nova is down. We can see them, that is Devil trying to get some space towards Gydos. I don't know why he's not getting that revive. I mean, smoking the place and then getting the revive. But in terms of utilities, our friend here is very much low on the utilities, and she'll probably look towards getting some utilities for himself and then get to fight more. But it seems like that will not be happening. What comes first is getting those backup. Okay. Okay, I see something. Which mic am I using? Bailandos, tostanos, da 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 da. Okay, so call me esports right now. We have them actually taking on the player from CD3. Immortal very much low, and he started going for that push. A mess that's get knocked there. Well played from Immortal, and of course he will be trying to get the thrust happening there. Kazuma as well trying to get the push happening. Immortal ready to fight him, but unfortunately Immortal will not be able to take that team down. I don't know what is happening to Call Me Esports. Last 2 games they were okay, but then this game and the previous game did not go as planned, but they have already been able to gather up some points. I think we'll be seeing on the overall ranking if they're able to qualify or not there. But then you have Bot been knocked, Excess Power still surviving. You have Elite been knocked and thusted. And that's going to be up to the teammates to decide whether they want to go in for that push or not. The RCs are also closing in on Excess Power. 10 elimination mark already crossed by the RC team, and they seem to be ready to take on more of the eliminations happening around right now. They haven't been able to get Elite Prince, another elimination to the account. Excess Power has to be very much careful because RC is also making their rotations. They're looking for that Excess team, and they might be spotted. Fedro seen them moving around. He tries to get the sprays, but the railing gets in the way. Right now Fedro cannot be able to get that knock just yet, seeing that Excess Power is already using the buildings as cover to make the rotation out of this place. RC spotting the vehicle, trying to get some sprays towards them, but then they're not able to get that knock. So for now Excess Power will be able to avoid that fight. So the zone is about to close in, and we know Rondo, you can recall as many times as you like, but what is ASTERIA Esports doing here? Why are they so far out in the blue zone? Why are they? Bro, what is ASTERIA doing there? I mean, maybe their plan is to wait for people to eliminate each other. Let's see if it works out. But then you have FE. They have F1 right in front of them. There you have Dodge and the teammates very much close there. FE has been scoping around, trying to see if they can get anything happening on them. Brutal Psychos making their late rotations as usual. They've been avoiding fights and then coming into that last zone fighting, either getting second place and a chicken dinner. If you ask me, it can work for now. But imagine a team that is in third place behind you and fourth place. They have at least 10, 12, 20 kills, but you are at the second place with maybe 8 maximum or rather 6 kills. You'll still go down all the way to 5th place in terms of overall points. So we have the RC players have been able to take excess power back to lobby. Oh, okay. So they've taken 2 of their players. Lewaria is still in the game. Same to 911. So they can easily make that recall and their team can come back. And we have a team here, MTF Esports. They're also trying to make their way into that safe zone. They also seem to have wanted to play outside in that blue zone to play that very slow game. I don't know why, but if it works, it works. So right now, you have the players there from NXG. Hardy is in. Excess low area. Also trying to just loot up the place here. They do not want to take on any fight just yet. You have FE Esports making their way into the zone. IGLs are having a fight where they are. So let me go where the IGLs are, because they seem to be taking on one take Esports and they're getting some players. They're getting knocked and thirsted. Zach, they're coming from the back. We can see Hunter trying to go in for that push. Zach very much good on the HP. Both players good HP. Basically a simple equal fight. The pre-fires there from Hunter did not work and Zach goes in, and just like that, one take Esports have been eliminated, going back to lobby. Now we have 13 teams still remaining. We have the Elite still in the game. Asteria Esports as well as still around. Brutal Psychos will be making their rotations into that safe zone. They have to do it before the zone closes in. Deadly Esports are losing numbers outside the game. There we have RC as well, coming very far out in that blue zone and trying to make their way into the safe zone. Luckily for them, the zone is around Stadium, but also unfortunately for some team, because Excess Power is holding Stadium, they can easily wait for people there and then take them out without even thinking too hard about it. But let's see if that's going to be the case or not. But then we have Asteria Esports. They are making their way into that safe zone. They have been able to get a little bit closer right now. HL sporting the Elites. We have some Sways there actually connecting. Prince there will be knocked and thirsted, and they'll be taken back to lobby just like that. Right now only 3 players remain standing. Garmon trying to make his way into the safe zone. They do not have vehicles to make the rotations into that safe zone. Deadly Clan playing it safe again, staying in that blue zone, waiting and waiting hadi senye watu watakuja kwao. Uwe ina work, si sana, but uwe ina work. But points, guys, elimination points, those 1-1-2-2 kills, they change everything. And if you're not careful, that will be the reason your team doesn't qualify. So guys, farm the kills in that first drop. Once you farm the kills, now you can do something else. You can avoid the fights. You can move around and just stay as safe as you can. You know what I'm saying? But for now, I guess it's too late to try and farm those skills. So you have 13 teams still remaining. HL Finisher AI is still making his rotations around the game here. We have the players from IGLs also making their way around, but they have been spotted there by the Brutal Psychos. And finally, we might just be having a fight here, because you can see Ethox and Ali moving around the vehicles, trying to scout out the area. They can see 13 players, 13 teams in the game, and what comes first in your mind ni kuna wase wengi, nikikosea kusha. Right, nikikosea kusha. So the Deadly Clan, we have Deadly Manu, Deadly Dead, Dex, and Deadly Gojo. They're still trying to make their rotations around the game. Here you have Baba Yao being able to get that first knock. Let's look at Baba Yao and see what is up to there. I mean, amazing sprays. Oh, they're actually taking on MTF right now. So MTF, one of the teammates, Groot, is in lobby. Carissa is lagging. Okay, Gary mekata kuenda. Oi. I think that's going to be GG's for Carissa. Well, now 12 teams remaining and the zone is getting smaller. Most of the teams are trying to find their footing in that safe zone. Brutal Psychos seem to be having a fight. Taking all the players from FE there. At least a second knock is in. 6 eliminations to their name. Brutal Psychos trying to see if they can farm more eliminations. But then what they have to be really careful about is that a lot of teams are coming from the back. Excess Power is there. RC is there. Ithox, amazing spray on HL. He does get that one knock. I think they will be feeling confident with that, but they have to be also careful that XSPAR is also closing on them there, and they might be third-partied if they are not careful. But let's see what NXG is up to, because already one of their teammates there has been knocked. ASTERIA Esports, they have the upper hand here. They can try and get that push happening, but they're still thinking about it. Actually not. And we have Babayao there trying to go in for that push, and we have the damage from the S12K, but my friend there decided he wants to exit the vehicle, and before he could do it, we had Babayao getting him off the air and back to lobby. 8 teams still remain in HL Esports, are still in the game. They're waiting for brutal sight because grenades are being cooked up here. If that grenade goes well, it's gonna be a Kobe, but then the nades don't really connect. Ali Amerudi Kulala, but this time round he's not lying just to avoid the fight. He's trying to assess the situation. Will my grenades actually connect? Will my grenades actually do a good job? And XSPAR 911, third part in the fight. One of their teammates already 9-on-1 is back to lobby. That is XSPAR. Sorry, he is trying to third party the fight, but RC has been able to spot them, and they were able to get some knocks towards them. So HL right now is trying to make their rotations. We have finisher AI being spotted. A lot of teams right now don't even really have anywhere to go. The zone is closing in. Everyone is everywhere. Yako does get that fast knock there. We have them taking on RC. Monkey being knocked and thirsted. I mean, as soon as you see you have a knock, you have to make sure you confirm it. And Red Bull goes down. Swashi very much low. Babayao very much low as well. He goes back to lobby now. Chut also Eugenia Chut also get knocked. Now the only person standing is PEAKY, and he has to find a way of making it in the zone before the players from RC close in, and we have them trying to get closer. PEAKY exposing himself, and he goes back to lobby with RC enjoying 21 eliminations. Ngapi? 21. But then have the other players from HL also trying to get the space here towards Brutal Psychos, Deadly Clan, and losing numbers. They have been eliminated as well there. And now XSPAR can't spot the players from HL. Brutal Psychos, they do not have the zone. They need to make their rotations. RC are still standing, and they are using every single side in this game just to stay as safe as they can as they enjoy the third party fights. Lakini 21 ishirini na ushafika kwa 20 na. Brutal Psycho player Ethox is down. Ali here is the only person remaining from the team. He might just be forced to look for a way of getting that revive on Ethox with that being knocked as well. Mizo trying to go in for that push. Ali still focusing on that revive. He can still do it as long as no grenade is being cooked up towards them. He can still get that revive, but the thing is, if the zone moves, they are very much cooked. So XSPAR right now are trying to make their way into that safe zone as well. They're not really safe just yet. You have RC right on that hill. They can spot the IGLs who have been coming quite low. And we have the players from XSPAR sporting HL. And Mateo, he will be going down on his knees and back to the lobby. One of the teams there from HL has been knocked and thirsted. RC sporting IGLs. Escanor down. And they are still trying to get some sprays towards the players from IGL. Though those grenades might not, not grenades, the sprays might not really connect. For Fedro here, he can see the players there. The Warrior is down. We can see Winner trying to get closer as well. I mean, Fedro basically got a knock in the thirst there. Winner gets spotted as well. He goes down, and Fedro is still on a spree. And right now, Kila trying to make a run for it. He will be encountering the players from HL. We can hear the damage coming in from that team. The Tesla very much quiet. They cannot really hear him passing by, but they can hear something. They can see the vehicle on the map there. But we have the players from HL still holding it down. They do not want to take on any fights just yet. Their HL Mizo has to be very much careful. You can see them trying to make their rotations into that safe zone. Brutal Psychos, Ali and Ethox are still surviving. They're not taking on the fight just yet. Zach maintaining his same location. Anonymous trying to get closer. They know there's someone here, but they just don't know how to go about it. Brutal Psychos on the other hand, they're trying to take on HL, but they cannot do it easily because everyone right now is in that hot zone. One small mistake and you're spotted. Ali tries to cook up a nade. If it goes great, it's going to be a Kobe, but the nade goes too far out, and the player from HL will still be surviving. But Ali right now and Ethox, they need to make it into that safe zone. RC there need to also be careful. I mean, the teams here have the high ground. They can easily support RC as they're making the rotations. Zach, another dangerous player, just a solo. He might ruin that game for RC. But if RC gets a chicken dinner back to back, we will be questioning. Actually, it's not back to back because Brutal Psycho stopped stop the streak there by getting a chicken dinner last game. But let's see if RC will be able to get a chicken dinner in this game. I think Brutal Psychos and RC are here battling each other for the points. They have been doing this for a while, back to back. Either RC wins or Brutal Psycho wins. And if it happens that RC is either second place and BPX first place, or vice versa. So it's basically a 50-50 situation here for both of the teams. They are both of them are looking for that chicken dinner point. But as you can see, a team like RC 23 eliminations, hiyo ni mingi. Hata wewe unaona hiyo ni mingi. But then by Zach there being patient as he can. RC Swashi being knocked and thirsted. Fedro there sporting HL Mizo. He does get the damage on him. Aggressor there sporting Fedro. The spray is amazing. And Fedro will be going down. Our last player standing is Anonymous. And the zone is about to close in. Brutal Psychos trying to make their way into the safe zone. Zach is also there. Aggressor, a grenade in his hand there. If he does it well, it's going to be a Kobe and Ali. He will be going back to lobby with his teammate. The nade doesn't really connect. Ali still safe for now. Aggressor does actually make it into the safe zone. Same to his teammate Mizo. Anonymous trying to run and make it to Fedro. He wants to get the revive, but Fedro Habibi, the revive might just not happen. You're actually bleeding out, and Anonymous is trying to make it, and Fedro doesn't want to move, and he actually makes it, and we have Fedro there being touched by Anonymous, and the revive will be happening now. Everyone is in trouble, because if the numbers go back up again, and the players from RC have the numbers, they can easily go in for that push. Ali, Jasper Solo, trying to cook up a nade. You have to be very precise with the nade. Aggressor very much open right in front of him. Ali, if that nade is good, it's going to connect. It actually lands very much close to Mizo, but then it doesn't really get any damage on him just yet. Ali here, just for a solo. Anonymous there, being spotted. The damage is good. The zone is leaving them. They have to go all the way to HL, and I don't know how they're going to do it, but they have to really try their best. Anonymous very much alert. He's trying to stay as safe as he can. Ali tries to move around the vehicle, but HL Mizo spots him on his tracks there. Aggressor trying to use the drop as his cover, but we have an RC player very cheeky, and that is Fedro. He was revived, and I'll be your downfall. He will be the pressure. He will be the Brufen, and we have Fedro there being taken down. Last player standing is Anonymous. A grenade there on Aggressor, and let's watch this Kobe as it happens. The nade doesn't really connect just yet. Aggressor tries to change his location. Anonymous looking for a second grenade. The nades are coming quite hot there. Anonymous, kama si wewe vile umefanya nani Fedro akunywe Brufen, you might just be taking it as well, because easy mawe zitakugonga kwenye zifai, and the aggressor there does get damage, and we have Anonymous getting that chicken dinner for the RC team. A chicken dinner, but not only a chicken dinner, they have 26 eliminations to their name. Somebody put RC in a leash. Somebody put RC in a leash and tell them what to lie. Please, mtu atafute RC na awambie tulieni, please. So HL comes in second here, and they have a total of 10 eliminations as well. We have third place, we have Brutal Psychos with 12 eliminations. Fourth, we have IGL with 1. 5, we have Excess Power with 4. 6, you have Deadly Clan 2. 7, you have CG3 4. 8, you have Asteria Esports 10. And then you have NXT 2. 10, you have Royal 0. 11, you have FE1. 12, you have Elite 2. 13, MTF 0. 14, One Take 3. 15, Dark Tempest 0. And then 16, Call Me Esports 3. Going a lot with 9 eliminations, you have RC Fedro. Best Companion and 3 rescues, you have Excess Killer. And finisher with the final elimination, we have none other than RC Fedro. Well, I believe that is it for game number 5. Basically, the last game of the night when it comes to KPL games group stages, and also the last game for KPL group stages for this week. So we're coming back next week for the semi-finale, and let me tell you something. 15,000 Kenya shillings can actually motivate teams to play. All right, but I'm actually excited how you guys are taking on the fight. Amazing calls from RC, HL, Brutal Psychos, Call Me Esports. All these teams are trying to come up with plans just to be able to survive. But you know what? We have to wait till morning till you guys can see the team that survives. For now, it has been your girl, Mitch Gaming, and I have enjoyed the group stages. It has been fun. For now, it is good night. Make sure to spread some love, and I'll be seeing you guys next week. No, this week from Friday. So do not go anywhere, just wait for Friday and get to enjoy KPL games. Sasa. Oh, also, I might be joined by co-casters. Bye.